a shackled god. Chieftain Akrog's mind was racing as they climbed the case. Up and up the mountain it went, up and up, until the air felt so thin, even Moonblood Noag had to pause for breath. An ancient stone gate loomed before them, a circle with 5 stars. Akrog pushed it open.
Okay. Let's go in now.
And so it was decided. The Brittlebone Temple would be the Moonkin's new tribe camp, at least for a while. Had he made the right decision? Chieftain Akrog knew not. All he knew as he cast a last look over his shoulder before stepping through the Hex Gate was that a chilling power clung to the halls of this dead temple. A power the Moonkin direly needed.
All right. Now where by Mogwa's sweet utters are they?
Look like island.
Oh, really? Zazga was so confused. What he means is, where on Urgath are they? This is not the jungle.
Could be the ocean surrounding the Screaming Stones, far down south. It is hard to tell.
So the Sacred Seal built their temples all across the land.
So it seems. It makes sense, of course. The farther the parts of the beast are from each other, the better.
True. Well, let them search the temple then. The sarcophagus must be here some... Wait. They see?
More air sparkles.
Zazga is listening.
What on Urgath is this? The gift.
Your Reverence. Blessed be the Guardians. Blessed be. Apologies for coming on such short notice. I hope I'm not disturbing you. What? No, not at all, Your Reverence. We were just wondering as to the purpose of your visit. The seal is still intact. Yes, that's what you believe. Take me to the sarcophagus. As you demand. Your Reverence, are you... what? Nothing. Forgive me.
That was the Hierophant. Ishara.
It is true. And the other one seemed to be a chieftain too, at least of some sort. Grangwa felt a strong power from both of them.
Other chieftain not look happy about Hierophant coming.
Surprised. Well, maybe there are some more time windows farther into the temple. Come, and crush sticks ready.
How chieftanish. Zazga must say. Trusted One is starting to sound more like Narjak every day.
Come.
Bold people, Noah protect!
What is this?
Let's see if I can sort of win the fight. What can I use my skill? I was with some kind of debuff.
Lots of them.
No holes in their flesh or missing limbs, though. It looks not like weapons killed them.
Then what did?
The Moonkin will find out. He is going.
Man, there's so many of them. Holy shit. What is that damage from this archer? Shit. Okay, leave him to them and kill them. Because they're the ones that are hitting the big damage.
Can a troll not rest for a moment? The worm's waiting a bit longer. No, I'm ready. If he insists.
They don't drop items though.
This way?
Let's try to do everything before we continue.
No one can smash these. Sasuke, get a proper look. No, so big. What in there?
Must have been where the brittle bones of this temple lived.
Prisons of stone.
But probably a lot harder to crush than a troll shelter. Zeramak should take a look at these buildings, Akrog. The Moonkin could learn a thing or two.
They will see.
On his way.
Strength worthy of a moonblood.
Easy for Nord.
Ooh. This is going to bad if I need to fight here.
It looks not alive. What is that thing, Grunwar?
Looks like a golem. Stone come to life thanks to brittlebone hexes. They probably use them as warriors, so they should be careful.
And it is blocking the way. Maybe they could bring it back to life.
Even if they could, they should not. Brittlebone hexes are dangerous.
Is there any way they can make it come to life?
Grunwar knows not. But maybe that hole in its chest has something to do with it. The golems Grunwar saw always had a glowing part there, a heart.
So maybe, if they found the heart...
Maybe.
Grunwar, how dangerous are these golems?
Depends. This one looks not big, but some of them can use hexes, so there is no saying. As Grunwar said, they should stay away from it.
Comes that fearfulness with age.
Caution and fearfulness are not the same things. What can he do for the tribe?
It looks not alive.
And it is blocking the way.
Even if they could, they should not.
Okay.
Brittlebone hexes are dangerous.
So that's the end over here. At least for now.
He is on his way.
hopefully I can somehow come through there. Or maybe later I'm going to be able to move here. Why is he in the front?
Tusks. What on Urgath is that?
Must be some hex power. Look at the bone people. The wind freezes them.
Where are they frozen?
They will die next. Feel the might of the Moon King.
That didn't do anything at all. Why? That really hurt me. I want that.
The blood for the tribe! You will lead the way.
Holy shit.
That way.
Is old fur cold?
Quiet.
Why? It is true, is it not? How old is Grungwar now? 100? He...
Zaska, stop it. Need more power.
What?
He is going
This way? Great. More problems to smash. Doom. Sure. Why not?
Oh shit, you go back.
Grungwar is here.
They killed one of our
Shit.
heroes.
Control's waiting a bit longer.
It's good I can raise them like that. Oh, I got gold. Not him. No. Never mind.
Only fools challenge the Moonkin. You will lead the way. What then, Grungwar?
Let's get the Titan. And continue above.
If he insists.
What is?
The air is sparkly here, like there is a time window, but Akrog cannot feel it yet. Let them look around. Maybe they can find a brittle bone pierce stick, all rusty.
I
from
should
the
have
rain.
waited for him to finish speaking.
That helped. The time window is getting stronger. Still not enough, though. Let them keep looking.
Maybe beyond that wall there.
I need him right
What is
to dig around here.
Zazga is right at home. Ready for action.
Zaska okay?
All good. What should he look for?
Anything that looks unusual. Weapons, armor, shiny things.
He's attacking extremely slow.
Waste not, want not. Let Zazka get a proper look. Interesting. Probably. That is a damn big book. Oldfirst should take a look at it. Let Zazka get a proper look.
Let's see if there's anything I can do with. Okay, apparently not.
What is that?
Not was everything right. I'm pretty sure I'm not missing.
Can Zazka help? Interesting.
Anything?
No weapons. But this. Can Grungwar read it?
Looks like some sort of holy book, like Magwa's tablets.
So it also tells of a god that cares or exists not then.
Stop, Saska. Just stop.
Says it anything useful about the temple? Or where they guard the cub here?
Grungwar can barely make out the words right now, but it seems like what the Moonkin and the stranger believes is right. The Brittlebones cut the field dog into 5 pieces and locked each into a separate temple. Grungwar will read the book thoroughly once they get back to the tribe camp.
It help with time window?
Akrog thinks so, yes. But they will need more.
That is a bloody big gate. How do they get through?
Good question. Little Blood? Can he smash it?
No, I think no.
Okay, I can smash this.
No, I'm sorry.
Not your fault. The Brittlebones must have been able to open this, so the Moonkin can too. Let them look around.
Maybe the time window can help.
Akrog thought about that too, but it is a big one, so it won't be easy. They will need many memory anchors.
What next?
Yeah, I so missed that. So I just get the little one. To destroy this, then go to go back for it. Because maybe this is like a cure or something. I'm going to. Why did I forget to smash that? It needs something. No idea what.
Not smash! We find out. Make Noak's tusks tickle. Be moving.
Akrog is listening.
I believe this is just going to give me items, and maybe this is going to give me the key for the door, or I'm going to need to come here, because it's pointing right now.
No one here. Won't go boom. Not smash.
Good work.
No, I'll go. No, I'll go look.
A parchment. Grungwar can read Brittlebone writing, no?
A letter.
What is a letter?
It is a thing Brittlebones do. They write messages on a parchment and have other Brittlebones or birds carry them to whoever the message is for.
Why they no just say then?
No one knows.
And what says it?
Hard to make out. The rain has washed away most of it. But it looks like this Brittlebone was a warrior and had been having dark thoughts and acting strangely. The chieftain of this temple told him off.
Akrog sees. He... Wait. The time window. Akrog can feel it now. Back.
This looks
A
interesting.
lever. It seems not connected to the time window.
See if it still works. There might be something worthwhile behind it. Let Zazka get a proper look.
What this?
Okay, but wasn't really important.
Going
At
now.
least it looks so.
On his way.
The gift.
We need to look for other options. Maybe we could hire some muscle from the mercenary corps here. They could... The beast is too strong for us. What? You asked why I'm here. And that's it. Even with the seals, we will never be able to contain the field dark. Then, what are you planning to do? I'll tell you. It's risky, but the only way. Warriors, open the gate.
Of course, Your Reverence.
There is more to find there.
Can the chieftain find out?
Let him try.
What is it, High Priestess? Are you coming? Your Reverence, Ishara. I know the past moons have been hard for you. I mean, I was shocked when I found out what happened to High Priestess Galia, but you... It's a tragedy. But you must not let this affect your judgment. Whatever you plan on doing, call in a conclave of the Five first.
Stopped. Again.
Big blood, careful!
I would, if there were time. We can use Albric's spirit messages. They're... Lara, in these 40 years, have I ever done anything that went against the interests of the Sacred Seal? Ever? No. Exactly. Just trust me on this. Please.
Whatever the Hierophant tried to do, it worked out not.
No.
And yet, the cub managed not to escape. Let them march on.
At his service.
Moving now. You will lead the way.
So maybe in the night I'm going to be going back there. This I suppose.
May Magua guide
Holy shit.
Let him out there.
you will protect the tribe.
No, no, not again. That was almost unfortunate.
Why
So many dead brittle bones. Let them take a look at those corpses.
they should be?
Man, he's hitting quite big damage, I would say. Oh shit.
Interesting.
Time to move on.
Probably.
Can he destroy this door? Apparently not. Okay.
What on?
These died not the same way as the ones near the portal. They see those wounds? They were mauled, like from a wyvern.
Or something else. Grangwa will say it one more time. This is a bad idea. Zarek's cub is vile and honorless, and this stranger...
Old Fur has a bad feeling about everything. What suggests they do instead, Pray until their tusks fall out to a goddess who, admit it, gives not a big shit about the Moonkin?
All right, that is enough. Zaska is forgetting himself.
Zazka's just saying things how they are, and an old useless fool will not stop him.
Grungwar is the elder of the Moonkin, and Zazka will respect him.
The way that lying old fool respects Zazka.
Grungwar has been nothing but kind to him, and he has never lied to Zazka.
That's so? Then what about the time Grungwar urged Chieftain Narjak to kill the worm-eater cub he found on the battlefield? That ugly, small-tusked cub named Zazka that would forever be a cursed stranger?
All right, quiet now. Zazka is not thinking clearly. It was Nurbok who urged Narjak to not take Zazka in, not Grungwar.
No, it was both of them. Akrog remembers how Zazka always said he has memories of that day, but they were foggy. Well, the memories returned. 3 Moonkin found Zazka that day, and 2 of them urged Narjak to crush him, even though Mugwa's laws say a cub who cannot yet walk must not be harmed. Had Narjak not stayed strong, there would be no Zazka today.
No understand. Zazka is Moonkin.
He is now, but there was a time when he was not. A long time ago, an enemy troll tribe, the Worm-Eaters, attacked the Moonkin. The Moonkin fought them back, and the Worm-Eaters fled their tribe camp. But they left a cub there. Sire Narjak took pity on him and made him a Moonkin. In other words, he is a Moonkin in spirit, but not in blood. That is also why he looks so different.
Oh, just say it, Akrog. Zazka is small, weak, and brittle-tusked. So it is true, no, Grungwar? It was not only Nurbok who wanted Zazka dead, but Grungwar too.
It was a difficult time.
Right. Then all this kindness and patience was just for show, was it not? Rot it. Nurbok and Grungwar really deserve each other.
Why? Why would Grungwar do this?
Oh, because Zazka was not kin back then. He was a worm-eater from the same tribe that killed so many Moonkin.
And that makes it right to break Mugwa's laws and kill a scared cub?
It does not. Grungwar made a mistake, and he regrets it deeply.
Puh. Shove this regret where the sun never shines. All this talk about honor and the laws, yet he would kill a little cub. He should be ashamed of himself.
This one I won't pick. And Blinklet, the nice guy.
Now is not the time to bicker. The
This
Moonkin
sounds
are
like
here for a
the
reason.
most accurate.
Very true, dear trusted one. Very true. Let them.
Tusks. They hear that sound.
What was that?
Whatever it was, they should not stay here a moment longer than necessary. Grungwar can sense great hex power behind the gate. That is where the sarcophagus of the cub must be. But how can they get through the gate?
It is too strong for Noag to smash. But there are no tunnels to dig through either. Can Trusted One sense a time window?
No. Let them look around. Maybe there is a... Oh, rot it. The wall!
Get ye do for the tribe.
Oh, I got the buff. Holy shit.
He is on his way. He might not get away from Zod. His tusks are still sharp. More power needed. Destroy fools challenge the Moonkin.
Oh, come on, stop stunning him.
They killed one of our heroes.
What now? More trouble? Zazka is
He
listening.
will protect the tribe. Afraid of an more life force. Quick. Should be.
They killed one of our heroes.
Oh, come on.
Kill
If he insists. Pretty.
They killed one of our heroes.
That's like really unfortunate.
His revenge. Grungwa is ready. May Magua guide his hands.
Is she still alive? No. Oh shit, I forgot to get him.
What can he do for the tribe? Grungwa is here.
Rest for a moment.
God damn.
The tribe must survive.
Okay.
That way.
Now, I'm going to go back over here. So I'm going to use the
He is
portal.
going. Huh. What now?
And just let's heal him as well.
Let's have
Okay.
see.
Because I can learn more about the throw now.
It looks not alive.
And it is blocking the way. Maybe they could bring it back to life.
Even if they could, they should not. Brittlebone hexes are dangerous.
Let him see.
Careful! It moved!
What is needed of him?
Worms would not eat such a beast.
He debuffed all of them.
They killed one of our heroes.
Come back to
And why
They
stop?
killed one of our heroes.
ready for action. Krog is listening. More life force.
This is actually bad right now.
Grungwa is here. At his service.
What did you do?
They killed one of our heroes.
Please kill him.
It is dead.
Okay. That was pure luck.
Grungwa will not fight without him. What can he do for the tribe?
I think I'm going. No, wait, let's go.
Krog is ready. Zazka is listening.
Let Grungwa take a closer look.
Let's pick everything first.
Interesting.
What is it?
Looks like the part of a Gullum heart, like the one they found earlier. But this one is frozen.
Best take it with him then. It might be useful later. The gift.
Driving me nuts, that's my problem. Just rock, water and cold every bloody day. And that goddamn cold.
But it's safe, Lana. No one can get in. That's the entire point.
And no one leaves, neither.
You know, we're here for a greater purpose. We...
Wilfred! Lana! What is it? Hierophant Ishara. They say she's coming to the temple.
What? But the last blessing was...
3 moons ago. That's the point. No one knows why she's here.
Okay, I believe I can cook him now. Still have a bunch of stuff that apparently over here in this territory I'm going to be able to find.
Grungwa will go there.
Oh, this one is destroyed now.
Interesting.
What on
Is
earth?
there anything else in here?
They cannot crush this. They need a key or some other way to tear it down.
Okay,
Grimoire is ready.
so apparently we're continuing this way.
Let
Let
Akrog see.
Grimoire take a closer look.
Yeah, there's nothing new in
It was a difficult time. Right.
They can talk about this in the tribe camp.
There is nothing to talk about.
What's your skills? Oh, stuff I can take out. Let's see. Okay, so apparently he has one skill. I'm going to put it there. Oh, it's over there. Never mind. So these three are his. These three are his. Is there any other skill I can pull out? I believe not. Oh, there is one. This thing. Let's put it all there. Switch the. Now what does he have? There's this. Deals. This looks like it's good. I kinda wanna put this as well. I don't see where, and oh, I have the left them. So I can just do this. I can put this over here. Okay, so we have all the skills.
Hex power near. Interesting.
The hex power comes from this, no? Grimoire.
Akrog speaks true. Let him see what the inscription says.
Okay, what now?
Herein be the summer to our winter, the sandstorm to our blizzard, the fire to our cold. Herein guide our spirits into the river of souls.
Mugwal's tusks, what was that? He feels like his blood is boiling. Moving now.
So I believe I'm stronger now.
They killed one of our heroes.
Oh shit.
Come on.
Okay, that was funny. Like really funny.
Grimoire is here.
Can Zaska help?
Why don't he?
At his service.
Ready for action.
What?
What can he do for the
What?
tribe?
Why didn't they arrest him? What the fuck? Man, this was like big. No idea why I wasn't able to arrest them. Regardless.
Zaska is listening.
I didn't expect the explosion from the barrels to be so big. How am I supposed to get in there?
Let Zaska get a proper look.
Metal and locked.
Curse it, this place is full of them.
Maybe they tried to keep that beast they heard earlier, whatever it is, from escaping.
How did they get through, though?
There is a shovel claw tunnel over there. Maybe it will get him past the gate. Can a troll not rest for a moment? Easy.
He should come here.
Mugwa's polished udders. Curse it.
Zaska, okay?
All good. The tunnel just led elsewhere. Looks like some kind of thing-keeping shelter.
Then look if there is anything the Moonkin can use, and come back here.
All right. Wait. Zaska knows that smell. Zaska is this way.
That wasn't that bad.
This looks interesting. Looks brittle. The Moonblood could tear this down.
Oh, wait. I didn't see him.
Interesting. Probably.
He might be old, but his tusks are still sharp. He won't forget the tribe.
Yeah, I don't need to do anything for him.
What then?
That Brittlebone corpse looks interesting.
What is that?
Okay.
We just need to have faith, Roderick. The Guardians will protect us, come what may.
Just like they protected Avena when she threw herself off that cliff.
That was her choice, and hers alone.
No, it was the Hierophant's choice when she decided to lock us up in that prison with that beast. We should have just gone home when that stupid Shadow Shard couldn't kill it.
Then the beast would have just resurrected itself.
But not before we were already back on our boat. I'm telling you, we are no match for that thing. Just being close to the sarcophagus drives me nuts.
Can a troll not rest for a moment?
Okay, now let's destroy the door over here, so I can get all this stuff. Or actually this, are there? Yeah, I can get them. They're not explosives like this one's over there. Maybe I can burn this now with the...
More power needed.
Whoa, whoa,
We'll go there.
come on, mark it. Okay, good. Let's just get him. You need the rest.
Zaska knew it. He should tell Akrok about this.
No, I'll go there. Going now.
Oh, actually, these are explosives. I'm probably going to use them somehow
Find out.
and light them up with the sticks that I found.
No, I'll go.
At least I think so.
Of him.
Let's go here and then speak.
Let him.
Zaska knows how to get through the gate. These barrels will help.
They smell strange. Knows Zaska what is in them.
He does. Boom powder. At least that is what Zaska calls it. The Brittlebones have some fancy name for it. Fire powder, or something like that. They use it to blow things up. Walls, trees, other Brittlebones. Just put it somewhere and toss a torch at it. Job done.
How knows Trusted One about this?
Been there, done that.
Speak true, Trusted One.
Well, remember that old trading post they came across about 3 moons ago? It belonged to Brittlebones. Maybe Zazka found a pouch of Brittlebone stuff there, and played around with it.
And he told Chieftain Narjik not.
Grungwar gets not to judge Zazka. Not Grungwar.
Stop it. Now is not the time.
Huh.
That sounds not very safe.
Well, it is not if one keeps hugging the barrel after the wood has started burning. Just be out of the way when it goes boom, and there's no problem.
All right. Worth a try.
Watch and learn.
All right. That should be enough.
This looks interesting.
That thing again.
Maybe I'm probably supposed to go here. I could just use the portal. Fuck it. Because the moment I get over here, I'm going to be able to come all this way to this somehow. Okay.
What on Urgath is this?
They cannot crush this. They need a key or some other way to tear it down.
At his service.
Okay. First everything. Oh, I get it. Okay. Let's just get everything to him. Actually, let's give it to the little guy. Oh, I have only one spot left. Unfortunate. What is this? Okay. Where are the barrels? How am I supposed to use them? Like there's probably some way to use them on some of the heroes. Like there must be something I can do to all this stuff. It doesn't let me put it on anyone. The only thing I can do is put the torch. Oh. Or maybe I can. Can I just put the barrels over here? No, I cannot. Okay.
What next?
What this?
Ah, I'm confused now. And there's a question mark here as well. What the fuck? Like I cannot use them if I cannot put them. How am I supposed to do it?
What can he do
Ready for
the
action.
tribe?
think I'm right. Oh, just confused. Don't tell me like I need some kind of skill or something for that to be placed or anything.
Grungwa is ready.
How can I place them? What the fuck? I don't understand it. And I cannot put it on a quick spot. Let's go over to Alron. Maybe it's for there somehow.
Interesting. See, probably.
If they had boom powder, they might be able to do something here.
As perfect as a dough in heat. Now they need fire.
Okay.
In that direction?
Zaska promised too much.
Not at all. Good work.
Maybe Moonkin can make Big Temple Gate go boom too? Worth trying. But they will need more boom powder.
Then let them look for more. Mugwa's tusks. That one is a giant.
This was like much easier. For some reason.
The Zorare sparkles should tell Big Blood. No, I'll go look.
Let Grungwa take a closer look. What on Urgath is this?
There. The time window. It appeared. The gift.
Yes. What did you want to show me?
Look,
A fish basket.
that's our entire morning's haul. A few mackerels and half of them are too tiny to feed a toddler. Something's happened to these waters, High Priestess. They used to be brimming over with fish, and now we're hardly catching anything. If this goes on, we'll soon be facing worse problems than that cursed clump of flesh in the temple.
I'll think of something. Stay brave, brother. Hearing smiles on us, he does.
So the brittle bones here were running out of food.
And their chieftain thought the cub was responsible for it.
It seems so. Okay, let's get everything here before I go for the golem over there. Because he's like in the last spot. I need to go. Or at least it seems so. Oh, I missed one. Oh,
Interesting.
my bad.
Probably.
It looks blurry at that time. Full new power.
You find out that.
This looks interesting. Let me find out to go this way.
Go join the worms.
Actually, this seemed like it was better. I level up. Nice. This actually went really well.
Challenge the moon.
Sharing everything else. Did
That way.
Time to move on. He is on his way.
More dead brittle bones. And mauled too. Probably the work of whatever that beast was that killed the ones at the gate to the sarcophagus room. Come, look around. Maybe there is something that can help them get through.
Great. More problems to smash.
Let Akrog see. In that direction.
Wait, why can't I destroy this? What's the logic behind it? Okay.
What this? You find out.
How do I even still have
Go look.
space for it? Ooh, that's a lot of gold.
No one here. You find out. No, I'll go look. What this?
There. The other half of the ice golem heart.
Back to the golem then.
No idea why I could have done that, or what is the logic behind it, but
Grungwald will go there.
Not fair, that's all I'm saying. First they put him on vigil at the sarcophagus for Moon Straight, then they complain if he goes a little loony. They should have alternated shifts like they used to. I'm telling you, I should have never signed up for this. You will return to the Empire as heroes. Bullshit! We'll never return again. We'll bloody die in this place.
Now you're blaspheming. We need to be here. You know what would happen if we weren't.
What now? More trouble?
okay, let's see if I can get over here the power, then go to the golem, and from the golem I'm just going to go make a boom. So like, if I can harvest this power or whatever it is, it's going to help me.
An altar. There's hex power in it, though not much. Feel this. It is like lightning is running through their blood.
Okay. Hopefully that helps me kill that big guy. Because he's the only one left before I go destroy this and side. The problem is the time windows. So I suppose in there is going to be like one more. I need two.
You find
Another golem. Is it not, Grimoire?
this one is made of ice, and it is very, very powerful. No, I'm cold.
Grimoire, is there a way the Moonkin could harness the golem's power? Control it, perhaps?
Why?
Maybe it could help them get through the gate to the sarcophagus. Can they control it?
Grungwald could try, but he knows not if it works. Also, they would need to wake it first. Akrog sees that hole in its chest. It is missing its heart. Just like Stone Golem do. Noag speaks true.
That could be the thing they found on the market, no?
Akrog is right. Fine. Let them try it then.
All right. What does Akrog need to do, Grimoire? Just put the heart into the hole.
That should make it come to life. Grungwa will then try to control it with a hex.
All right then. Be ready. There it goes. Grungwar.
Magua bless these old hands. He is trying. It moves! Crush it! Crush it now!
They will regret this.
I can't do shit.
He might be old, but his tusks are still sharp.
Can a troll not rest for a moment?
I need to kill him.
Head towards certain doom. Grungwa is here. Why not?
Time to move on.
This way. Quick. No, I'm ready.
Okay, I think I'm fine now. Waste potions, but I should be fine. He's getting knocked down all the time,
It is dead.
Magwa's tasks. Grungwa is sorry.
Going now. Let Zarster get a proper look.
You find out.
Just like bad, because where are the other portals? Do I just need to look around, meet everyone again, throw them up?
What on Urgath is this?
Right.
Grungwa to Grungwa, he's sorry.
What by Mugwa happened?
What looked it like? Grungwa could not control it. He was too weak. Too old.
It is fine. He tried.
Is there any way they can bring that thing back to life?
No. No, Grungwa thinks not. But... they see that. The heart?
It is still glowing.
It is true. They should take a look at it. Next.
What is this?
Thought so. It is still full of hex power. Interesting.
Is it useful?
Grungwa thinks so. It is true. They should be able to use some of the Golem's hex power with the heart alone.
It can turn Norak into Golem?
No, but maybe cast a useful hex or two. They should hold on to it, Chieftain.
All right. Time to crush the gate then. They have enough boom powder now.
I want to crush the gate. I want to get all the stories. Should I go around again? Just to make sure. It's somehow majestically there. Isn't a new one that appeared somewhere. So I don't want to miss this. I'm sure there is going to be here, right? I need one more. Is there going to be one?
If he insists. Ready for action.
This looks interesting.
Let's just get the little guy.
Let Grunwa take a closer look.
I just don't understand it.
No, I'll go look. Head towards certain doom. Sure, why not?
No, I have this one opened.
Going now.
That direction.
Let's go from start. I don't know.
Zazka is listening.
Like my logic is that somehow I missed something.
What on Urgath is
Oh no.
this?
I came from there, so
This looks interesting.
Let Akrog see.
yeah. Sure don't know. Where could be one of these two? Never I can use it though. There's a blue mark.
He go there. He find out.
Let Grunwa take a closer look. What on Urgath is this?
What
This looks
Moving now.
interesting.
No, I'll go let Zazka get a proper look.
And nothing
Time to
happens.
move on.
This way?
He is on his way.
Nothing here.
Ready for action.
I already opened this one.
What is this?
Maybe it's there, I don't know. I just want to make sure. So better just check.
Akrog is ready. The gift. It whispers again.
Grunwa will go there.
They cannot go over here, regardless.
In that direction.
I have this opened. There isn't anything here, I believe. Or there wasn't.
Going now.
Yeah. Okay, let's go over there, I guess.
Closer look.
All right. Zazka, help Akrog. They need to...
Magua, help them.
Grunwa is ready.
He moving. Cross it! Cross that thing! The tribe must survive!
Oh shit, come on.
Killed one of our heroes.
Grunwa will not fight without him. Grunwa will not fight without him. Grunwa will not
Is it because I went a little bit further?
Go. Head towards certain doom.
He is on his way.
Why not?
What the fuck just happened?
What's that? It's bigger than Noog.
Akrog knows not. Maybe the cub.
No. This was a Zarad Nar. A tribe-eater.
Tribe-eater. Akrog remembers a story. He thought they only lived in wastelands.
They do. Grungwa understands not how it could have ended up here. Unless the sacred seal created it. Very strange.
Well, at least they now know what mauled these brittle bones. That demon wiped out the temple.
Well, maybe they will find answers behind that gate. Zazka, help Akrog with the barrels.
What can he do for the tribe?
Let Zazka get a proper look.
All right then.
What is needed of him?
Going now.
Should I have the skills?
Better than Akrog thought. He...
The tribe-eater. It is down there.
The Moonkin will face it. Come, and crush sticks ready.
Interesting. Probably.
You know what? Just in case. Let's save the game. Like, I'm not sure if I'm even supposed to do it right now.
Let Akrog see.
Down, down, down. Akrog breathed deeply as they descended the temple stairs, trying to hide his growing unease for Noak's sake. Somewhere down there, a piece of the field dog was waiting for them to claim it. And if they could trust their ears, a tribe-eater awaited them too.
Noag no like. Feels strange here. That is the hex power.
No. It's like something is watch him. Look into his head.
Little Blood is just nervous. Come, let them find the sarcophagus.
So I'm not sure if I can do them at the same time. What is this?
Let Zazka get a proper...
Another altar with hex power in it. This is a strong one. Feel this. It is like lightning is running through their blood.
Okay.
And then I open my eyes, and he's there, floating just below the ceiling, with his skin all rotten and black holes for eyes. And you know what he says? It was a losing battle, Lara. It was a losing battle from the start. I mean, I know it was just a dream. But still, I can't get those words out to my mind. It was a losing battle from the start. It was. Because we thought our virtue was more important than our power.
What do you mean, Your Reverence?
Nothing. I'm sorry. The sarcophagus?
We put too much faith in our virtue? What meant she?
Akrog knows not.
This looks bad.
What is that?
That way. No sign of the cub.
But there is hex power here. Perhaps the echo of these seals the stranger mentioned. The ones they
Where's the
used to shield
one?
the sarcophagus. Time to move on.
Just wanna make sure that
If he insists.
On his way. Let Akrog see. Tusks. Where's the part of the cub?
Someone must have taken it. Or that tribe eater was the cub after all.
Akrog thinks not. They look different. There is a time window nearby, though. Maybe they can...
Big blood?
What is it?
No, I feel not well. Something is here. Something is...
Kill it! Kill it! The boss never cried!
At his service.
Oscar is listening.
Akrog is listening.
Look out!
move.
The heart! Use the golem heart!
Golem heart. What? Oh shit, come on. Why didn't he seem so sad? I don't know if I should have used all of them. Things are not going very well, so I feel like I should. No, I want him to go. He needs to heal himself. It's good he's hitting damage though. Come on, finish him. Let's hit. No idea. Okay. Let's inspect.
Chest. It glows.
Could that be?
Trusted one. Cut him open. Now.
Sure. A great way to end a great day. Well, may his tusks fall off. That is... an arm?
From the cub. The field dog.
What by Mugwa's glistening udders was it doing inside the tribe eater's body? That makes no rotten sense.
Zaska is right. Maybe the Hierophant... Wait! Chieftain, look!
The time window. Touching the arm must have made it appear.
Open it then. Maybe this way they can understand what happened here.
Where's the time window? Oh, there. Okay, so apparently it was down here, after all.
The gift. whispers again.
Oh,
Is everything well, Your Reverence? You've been staring at the creature for a while.
We killed her, Lara. It's our fault Galia died.
What do you mean? It was that traitor.
No. He only dealt the killing blow. We led her to the gallows. Your husband was right, you know. It was a losing battle from the start. Because we put too much faith in our virtue and too little in our power.
I don't understand, Your Reverence. Come, we should go back upstairs, then we can...
We will never be able to contain this beast. Even torn apart and shielded with duality magic. It's just too... fucking smart.
Guards! Guards!
What? You think I'm the villain now? Oh, you sorry little fool. The light races will never win. At least not if we keep fighting the way we used to. We worry about honor, faith, and ideals, whereas all they care about is one thing: winning. And that's what really matters. I will consume the power of the field dark. There is no need to keep it trapped here. I will siphon its essence. And when I'm done, these disgusting parts will be nothing more than rotting flesh.
You're mad, Shara. No one can control the field dark, even you. You're...
I already took care of the torso, so I think I can handle a cursed arm. But first, it's your turn.
No! Don't! Ah! Mistake!
I'm sorry, sister. Your sacrifice will be remembered. Now, show me what you have.
I can't!
No. No, you can't. You can't. You...
Aqua's tusks. What was that? What did they just see?
The Hierophant. She was the demon.
What?
It is true. The Hierophant. She must have tried to leech the field dark's power. But he was stronger and turned her into this beast.
What by Mogwai made her think she could control it? The field dark is a demigod. She was a brittlebone.
A powerful one. But Akrog speaks true. It was a foolish idea, and she got what was coming to her.
And then wiped out the entire temple as a demon. Brittlebones call this irony.
So the field dark took control of her.
At least this is what it looked like to Grungwa. She allowed the field dog's hex power into her mind, hoping she could dominate it. But instead, it dominated her and turned her into that.
No, I'd never want to be turned into something else. Zazka would. Something less beautiful for the sake of the Moonkin's doze.
She also spoke of someone getting killed, no? Galia.
It is true. Maybe some other warrior of her tribe.
But they saw her do something similar to the torso in the time window, no? If she could siphon the strength from the torso, why not from the arm?
She siphoned the other priestess too. But as to the chieftain's question, Grungwa knows not. Maybe she was strong enough to hold one part of the cub's power, but not two.
Or the cub tricked her into believing she could do it.
Or that.
The field dog corrupted the shaman when she touched the arm. Will it corrupt the Moonkin too?
Grungwa knows not. He hopes not, unless they let it into their heads. But how can they know? But Grungwa has said his piece. He thinks this is dangerous. But if the chieftain still believes this is a good idea, he will bow to his word. After all, he is right. They have little choice.
Huh. Look at that. An old brain can see sense after all.
Grungwa understands why Zaska hates him now. He has every right to. But let this hatred not affect the strength of the tribe. The Moonkin need to stick together, now more than ever.
Well, tell that to his trusted one, Nurbok.
Grungwar is right, trusted one. There will be time to talk about this another day. Let them go back. The kin must have set up the tribe camp by now, and Akrog grows tired of this place.
The four trolls marched in silence as they returned from the Hex Gate, carrying the arm of Zarek's cub between them. Too strong were the memories of their first journey into the many temples of the Sacred Seal. The Hierophant killing her own kin, the Hierophant turning into a demon, Zaska's dark words towards Grungwar. But above all else was the strange sense of being all four of them felt. The sense that a fifth creature was walking alongside them.
It reacts.
Still looks like dead meat to Zaska.
No, the stranger is right. The hex power here, it changed. It is more alive now.
And the stranger really thinks this is going to work. The Moonkin just find all the pieces, the stranger casts his little hex, and the cub will walk again?
Oh, trust me, there's nothing little about that hex. But yes, that seems to be the method. But in order to do that, we need to break the other 3 seals first.
And for that, they will need to find their dark echoes.
Correct. Now, we got lucky on Hirin's seal because the bones contained the exact echo we needed, and the portal was right there for you to compare it with. The other ones aren't going to be that easy. That said, I have done some thinking while you were gone. This masked goddess still remains a mystery. But I have solid theories on Shana and Nihalf, the patrons of the other 2 shrines. Which one would you like to hear first?
Finding these dark echoes will take the Moonkin a lot of time and strength. Is there no other way to break the seals?
If there is, it's beyond our capabilities. Keep in mind, even the Sacred Seal themselves, who created these portals, used an Echo Shaper to open them. I will keep thinking, of course, but for now I believe this is our best course of action. We know there are keys, and we have clues as to what they look like. We just need to find them.
So the Moonkin cannot know for sure which echo they need?
I'm afraid not. But again, we have hints, so even though failure is a possibility, it's not like we'll be firing arrows into the dark.
Only into the twilight.
Chieftain Akrog, you have a poetic streak.
Poetic?
Never mind.
Akrog has been thinking. Each Guardian is the patron of more than one thing, no? So is there more than one Dark Echo for each of them?
That's correct, there must be. Though some of them will certainly be harder to find than others. Let's take Hirin. He also represents the passage of souls. Good luck finding a Dark Echo for that.
They should look for simple echoes then.
Exactly, but I've done that already.
Who could this masked goddess be, though? If she is a guardian, then she must be known.
Well, I assumed the same thing. But I went through all my books, and there's absolutely nothing. Ellen is sometimes depicted with a hood, but I doubt that's enough to call her a masked goddess.
This is bad, then. If they cannot break her Hex Gate seal, it matters not if
Was
they
he
break
the
all
only
the
one
others.
looking
I'm
the other
aware,
way?
and I'm doing my best to solve that problem. This place is brimming with Hibernian writing, so there's got to be more information somewhere. Which brings me to a little request. If you find any Hibernian writings on your quest, bring them to me. Even if it tells us nothing about the masked goddess, the more we know about the sacred seal, the better.
They can do that. Nihoff is the guardian of the tiny brittlebones, no?
He's worshipped by many of the light races, but the dwarves are his most ardent followers indeed. He's a bit tricky. Nihoff embodies craftsmanship, courage, honor, glory, and honesty.
Norg honest.
I believe that. Now, I'm not sure how we're supposed to find the dark echo of craftsmanship, but the other aspects are simpler. Cowardice, disgrace, lies. They are easy to find.
Even within the tribe.
Beg your pardon?
It matters not. All right. Tell him about Shauna. Who is she, and what could her dark echo be?
That one's fairly simple. Shanna is also known as the Gentle Hand and the Mother, and she's the guardian goddess of maternal love, kindness, compassion, and homes. I think the dark echo we should focus on with her is cruelty.
As simple as a fist to the face.
That's correct, but I see no value in focusing on the more complex aspects of her. Kindness and compassion. That.
The stranger speaks true. Cruelty and cowardice. Where are the Moonkin supposed to find them?
And therein lies the rub. If I were you, I'd start with cruelty, though. That should be easier to find. Maybe in a burning village, a freshly raided troll tribe camp. Or maybe you could even create it yourself. When you're there, just use your gift to feel for the echo. Only you can decide whether it's the one we need.
All right, Akrog will do what he can. He will look around the tribe camp first, though. Seems like everybody has settled in. Akrog is ready.
No, I'll go look.
Grunwar wished to speak to Akrog.
Right. It is... it feels a bit silly, but it is about the bloom Grunwar took. Magwa's tear.
The one he wanted to plant in the tribe camp to last.
It is true. To be short, Grunwar thought Magwa's power in that bloom would be stronger. Grunwar fears it is dying.
Mighty Mugwa cannot even keep a plant alive. How impressive.
Grunwar believes there is something that can keep it alive, though. Crushed bone. If the Moonkin could keep an eye out for bones on their journey, Grunwar would be grateful.
Akrog knows Mugwa's tears are sacred, but he understands not why this bloom is so important to Grunwar. It is just a plant.
Grunwar... Never mind. It was a foolish idea, and Grunwar should not waste the chieftain's time. Forgive him.
Just speak true, Grunwar. What is it?
It is... Grunwar is not who he used to be anymore, chieftain. There are times when he wakes and wonders whose hide this is. 40 years ago, he could crush 3 brittle bones with one strike of his fist. Now, there are days when he can barely remember how to make his hexes anymore. He is not useless yet, but he knows that one day he will be. He has not Narjak's firstborn blood, so he will not live forever. And this day, it gives Grunwar dark thoughts. He wants not to be, well, a burden.
Oh no. So moving. Zazka's eyes are all wet.
Cut it out, Trusted One. Now.
Come on. If it was up to Old Fur, Zazka would not even be alive anymore.
This is not true. Grunwar is a powerful warrior still.
He is not. Trusted One Nearbark is.
But Grangwa is not. Every hex is harder than the last. Every strike is... why is he saying all this? The chieftain has other troubles.
How old is Grangwa?
He counted the years not. But when he was a cub, Chieftain Narjak was still a cub too.
Akrog understands. But what have the tears to do with this?
It is hard to explain. But when this old hide fails at last and Magua takes Grangwa into the moonlit river, he would like to think that something of him remains with the tribe.
Like a grove of Magwa's tears.
A foolish thought, but it is true.
Fine. They will keep an eye out.
Grangwa thanks the chieftain. He truly does.
It is fine. Now come. They have much to do.
What on...
Everything all right, Little Blood?
Oh, it nothing. No, I just think a lot, but he not find answer.
Well then, tell Akrog. Maybe he can help.
All right, if Big Blood say it's about the hunters, no, I understand not why they kill Moonkin. They know Moonkin, no? They know they have trusted ones, sires. Why they so bad?
Akrog is not sure bad is the right word for it. They are unable to see past the borders of their own tribe, their own race. And so they think trolls are animals. It is always like that.
That's so sad. Big Blood want else?
How feels Little Blood? Anything troubling him?
Oh, just same as always.
And what is that?
Just dark thoughts. About tribe, about cub, about rot. Kin like Noag because he's so strong, but he worry he cannot shield them like he could not shield Sire. Sometimes he feel, what the word? Useless.
Little Blood is not useless, not at all.
Big Blood only say that because they same blood.
No, Akrog does not. If Little Blood were useless, would Akrog take him with them wherever they travel? He is one of the finest warriors the Moonkin ever had, and that before he is even old enough to hunt.
Big Blood mean that?
It is true.
Maybe he right then.
Akrog wonders, did Little Blood ever think about what he wants to be when he is older?
Wants be?
He will have to choose a role when he cusps. It is still a few dozen moons off, but not that long. Has Noak ever thought about that?
Sometimes it is true. Noak think he want to be an eye.
An eye? Why is that?
No, it just... Sire Narjak like to hunt, no? Noak want to... well...
honor him.
But that not all. He also just like it. Leaves, trees, wind, air. It make Noak happy. Also, he can see much this way.
Interesting. Akrog always thought Noag would want to be a tamer or a healer like Crumb. He spends so much time with him and the Beaks. What is funny?
Oh, just... Noag want to be a tamer once. He even tell Crumple, and Crumple show him Beak to show taming. It no go well.
What happened?
Well, Grumple tell Noag to hold Beak gently, but Noag strong and, well...
The Beak died?
No. It just go squish a bit and fly away. But Noag no want to be a tamer after that. He not want to hurt Beaks.
Maybe Little Blood just needs practice.
Maybe, but... No, Noag be I. He go climb mountains and trees and hunt boars, then eat at night.
All right then. Noag's cusping is still a while off anyway. That is all for now. Let them march on.
Can Saska help it? First, Nurbok knows. He was just letting him know that they have options. Ah, well, speaking of Zarak, find out. Ekrog, Trusted One Grungwa, Mugwa prays. Nurbok and Anuk were just speaking of something.
Mugwa prays. Good work on setting up the tribe camp.
Nurbok likes this place as little as Trusted One Grungwa. But he must say, it is not a bad spot. Easy to defend.
What spoke they of?
The Moonton have a problem. They are low on food, and there are almost no animals to hunt.
No animals? The Blackheart jungle is right at the bottom of the mountain.
It is true, Chieftain, but still. Anug's hunters come back from hunt earlier, and the only healthy game they find is 2 boar and 1 stag. All the rest is either dead or mad. That corruption the stranger spoke of, so it spreads across the entire jungle? Uh-huh. Whether it is the entire jungle, Anug cannot say. But as far as his eyes go... Speaking of corruption, what found Akrog behind the Hex Gate? Was there another part of the cup?
It is a long story.
Nurbok sees. So 1 dark echo for every Hex Gate, no?
It is true. The stranger is still trying to find out who the masked goddess is, but he thinks the dark echoes for Shana and Nihav are cruelty and cowardice. If the Moonkin want to open the gates, they need to find them. But he thinks the dark echoes for Shana and Nihav are cruelty and cowardice. If the Moonkin want to open the gates, they need to find them.
Dark Echo, Hex Gates, Zarak's Cub, Mugwa's tusks, all this make Anug's head spin.
What are Nurbok's thoughts on this? The field dog, the echoes, and the Brittlebone Temple.
It matters not what Nurbok thinks. Akrog has spoken, so Nurbok bows to him.
Nurbok.
There is nothing to say.
Anug is the Eye Master. Has he any idea where they might find cruelty? Akrog's first thought was the Bog Tusk tribe camp. There should still be corpses there.
Bog Tusk tribe camp? Oh. Anug already ordered his eyes to scrap shelters there and burn the dead flesh. They is not kin, but Anug want not to leave them there.
Honorable. Then they need to look for cruelty somewhere else. Maybe
the Brittlebone village. That is what Anug and Nurbok were talking about. There is a big Brittlebone tribe camp. A village, a day's march north. The Moonkin should go there, crush the brittle bones and take their food. Simple.
Good idea. If they raid it, they might even create some cruelty. 2 beaks fed with 1 crumb.
Are they slavers? Or tusk hunters?
No. Then why kill them? Because it will save the tribe from starving like dogs.
Tell Akrog more about this village. Who are they?
I, Master Anug. Well, as Nurbok say, they mine things. Rocks and metal and scrap. Besides that, they not look like warriors to Anug. Julog even say he think one of the Brittlebone gods see him, but he not attack Julog. Scared, probably. Nurbok. Grim as always.
Hostile or not, a raid will cost Moonkin blood. Akrog wonders if there is no other way to get this food.
They can try talk.
And when has a Brittlebone ever listened to a troll? The chieftain knows what they are like. The Moonkin are just animals to them.
Grungwar knows that not. Zazka has no love for Brittlebones, but they are not all the same. Just as not all troll kind are.
No. The Moonkin will try to peace talk first.
Is Akrog so afraid?
Only cautious. The Moonkin have lost over half their warriors over this rotten last moon. And Akrog will not risk any more lives than he must.
Fine. Then let Nurbok offer his crush stick. He and a pack of his best skull crushers will take care of this.
Akrog thanks Nurbok, but he cannot accept.
Why?
Because someone must protect the tribe camp while Akrog is gone. He, Grungwar, Zazka, and Littleblood will travel to the Brittlebone camp and find food. If too many warriors go, the Brittlebones will see them from a distance. Akrog has spoken.
Fine. Do what he must. Nurbok. Charming as a fist of beak shit on a sleeping fur.
As I Master Anuk, any other ideas about this other Dark Echo? Cowardice.
No, not right now. But he think. Oh, and before the chieftain march, he must talk to Shepherd Crumb and Master Scrapper Zeramek. It is about the wounded and the Moonkin weapons.
All right. Akrog will speak to them when he finds the time. For now, the gathering is over.
What next?
How are the Moonkin's food supplies looking?
Too low. Not because they is bad at look, but because there is no food to find.
Yes. That is what Akrog had heard. Have they searched the whole area?
They look everywhere. It is long time since eyes find more than one animal at a time. And the beasts is all thin and sickly or wild like demons.
The tribe cannot go on for long without the food that I Master Anuk's trolls provide. Akrog wishes them luck.
Chieftain, how can Grungwar help?
Akrog wants to understand why Nurbok despises Akrog so much. Akrog knows Nurbok had high hopes of becoming chieftain after Sire Narjak. But is that all there is to it?
The truth is, Grungwar knows not.
Well, he must have some idea. Grungwar and Nurbok have been trusted ones for... how long?
Almost 400 moons now. To answer his question, perhaps it has to do with the way Nurbok chooses to respect.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, ever since Grungwar has known Nurbok, he was all about earning respect through deeds. There's nothing Nurbok respects more than someone who earned his position in the tribe through strength and tenacity. And it is not only about judging others. Nurbok has the same thinking about himself. Early on, before he became the great warrior, he would spend every single day with his crush stick, practicing. And while he was not ashamed of getting wounded, he was ashamed when he thought it was a mistake easily avoided. Tusks thinking about it. He was so restless, Chieftain. Every day he would wake up long before sunup and practice.
And then a green cubling who hears voices in the wind comes along and becomes chieftain just because he shares Narjak's blood.
It is true. Grungwa knows Akrog has worked hard and bled a lot for the tribe. But he imagines that in Nerbok's eyes, it was not anywhere near enough to deserve such an honor.
And can Grungwar think of anything Akrog could do to convince Nerbok he is worthy?
Nothing more than what Grungwa already said. Be a leader who is deserving. And from what Grungwa can tell, Akrog seems to be on the right path. Madman Brittlebone plan or not, Nerbok will come around, Chieftain. There is nothing he treasures more than the tribe. And the moment he realizes Akrog feels the same, he will learn to respect Akrog. Grungwa can feel it.
Akrog believes Grungwar never told him. Where learned he to read?
Perhaps the chieftain asked before, but Grungwa wanted not to tell. Is that right?
Well, it is true. But Grungwar need not tell if you would rather not. Akrog understands.
No. Akrog is chieftain now, and Grungwa feels comfortable to share this. Just understand that he might leave out certain details. It is a long and dark tale.
Of course.
Well then, let them get this over with. Grungwa was a slave of the Brittlebones, the Dark Elves of Shaldan, to be precise.
Grungwar was a slave? That is...
shocking. Disgraceful. Grungwa knows. Yet it happened. He was a freshly born cubling back then, and he was on the way back to the tribe camp with Four Eyes, who had taken him to a shrine of Magua for her blessing, one of them being his sire. They accidentally stumbled into a dark elf camp, and, well...
They took them prisoner.
They killed Grungwa's sire, and one of the eyes, Barnek, and took Grungwa and the other eye with him.
Akrog is sorry to hear that.
It is fine.
So, he was a slave.
The other eye, Maka, was made one. And Grungwa never saw her again. Grungwa, on the other hand, was given to some Dark Elf chieftain, an Archon, as they call them. Zahal Tuwar was his name.
And that Dark Elf Archon taught Grungwar how to read?
Far from it, no. That Dark Elf Archon tossed Grungwa into a dungeon with a dozen other interesting specimens, and forgot about him. But that is not the point of this story. What matters is that Grungwa grew very weak in that dungeon. He will not lie, Chieftain. It was a dark time. There was no ray of sunlight, and every day felt the same. Like a black swamp that went on forever. It would have probably been the end of Grungwa, if not for that one servant. The doe she was. To this day, Grungwa knows her name not.
A Brittlebone doe helped him.
At first, she only brought him food every other day. But after a while, she came more often. It is shameful to admit these feelings for a Brittlebone, but Grungwa was so grateful to her. He wanted to thank her, but he could not, because he had not even learned to speak. So she taught him, with scratching and pointing.
Scratching and pointing. That was enough for Grungwar to learn so much.
Well, the chieftain must remember that Grungwa was in that dungeon for a very long time. With each of her visits, he started to repeat the sounds she made. And he studied the scratchings in the dust until they made sense. He learned only simple things at first, but with time, the words got more complex, And she even brought him simple Dark Elven stories to read. It was a strange time. Looking back on it now, Granoir often wonders if it all really happened. But it did, and Granoir's knowledge is the totem of that.
And how was Granoir freed?
That is another painful, long story. And one Granoir would rather not share right now. He hopes the chieftain understands.
And what about that kind, brittle-boned servant? Saw Granoir her ever again?
No, because she died. The Archon had her killed when he found out what she had done. They're vile beings, these Dark Elves, Chieftain. Even worse than the Tusk Hunters. But let them not talk more about it, no. Granoir is... he feels like he has told enough.
All right. Akrog understands. Akrog has been wondering about this a long time. How decided Granoir and Nerbach to form the bond of trust?
That is a difficult question. Granoir is not certain they ever truly decided it. When two trolls go through enough together, something like that simply happens.
That is not quite true, is it? One must still decide to form the bond of trust.
One must ask the question, and the other must agree it is true. But the kinship and the trust, that grows on its own.
So Granoir and Nerbach have been through much together.
Oh, far too much. Even the greatest warrior needs the support of an elder to mend his wounds. And without Nerbach's mastery of the crush stick, he would have died many times. Nerbach was death, and Granoir was life. And together, nothing could stand in their way.
Akrog understands. And who decided to strike the bond of trust then? Was it Granoir?
No, it was Nerbach. After the death of his sires.
He lost his sires?
Oh, it is another dark tale. Nerbach's sires were killed by brittle-bone hunters and left to rot under the sun. Every troll is kin. But Granoir must not tell Akrog that losing a same blood often hurts worse, no matter how honorable a troll is. For Nerbach, it was terrible, and he blamed himself. His sires had been very old by then, unable to defend themselves, and he had been out protecting some Moonkin workers. He had not even the chance to say farewell.
Akrog imagines Granoir helped him through his grief.
He tried his best. Granoir will not lie. It was not easy. Nerbach refused to talk and got angry quickly. But Granoir just stayed and waited, ready to listen. It took a long time, but finally, Nerbach spoke.
What said he?
Many things, which Granoir will keep to himself. But he remembers the two words Nerbach ended on, and he always will. Never again. Nerbach swore never to let another kin be killed by a brittlebone, and that was it. A day later, Nerbach asked Granoir to be his trusted one. Granoir accepted without batting an eyelid.
Akrog sees. He thanks Granoir for sharing this.
Gladly. Anything to help Akrog see that Nerbach is not the mean-spirited rot-tusk Akrog thinks he is.
Akrog never said he was a rot-tusk.
But he thought it. And it is fine. Granoir would probably feel the same way if he were in Akrog's hide. Just remember, there's often more to a kin than meets the eye.
Akrog has some bone dust for Granoir's plant.
Granoir was about to ask. He saw Akrog collect it. Let him see. Ha! See? It works! The leaf unwilted, and its hex power grew stronger.
It is true. Akrog can feel it. How can it work so fast?
This is a blessed plant, Chieftain. They should find more of this, though. The more bone dust they find, the better.
All right. That is it for now. Akrog must go.
Of course, duty awaits. Chieftain, how can Grunwa help?
Akrog wants to well, he must...
Almost.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, and it is not only while...
And then...
It is true. Grunwa knows Akrog has worked hard and bled...
This is ridiculous. Akrog has no time to dance around Nurbok's pride. He either learns to respect Akrog's word, or he will be punished.
As is the chieftain's right. But Grunwa thinks Akrog should not worry too much. Nebok will come around, chieftain. There is nothing he treasures more than the tribe. And the moment he realizes Akrog feels the same, he will learn to respect Akrog. Grunwa can feel it.
Akrog believes...
Perhaps the chieftain asked...
Well, it is true.
No.
Of course.
Well then...
Grunwa was
shocking.
They took them...
They killed Grunwa's sire, and one of the eyes, Barnak. It took
So... he was a slave.
The other eye, Maka, was made one. And Grunwa never saw her again. Grunwa, on the other hand, was given to some dark elf chieftain, an Archon, as they call them. Zahar Tuwar was his name.
And that dark elf Archon taught Grunwar how to read.
Far from it, no. That dark elf Archon tossed Grunwar into a dungeon with a dozen other interesting specimens, and forgot about him. But that is not the point of this story. What matters is that Grunwar grew very weak in that dungeon. You will not lie, chieftain. It was a dark time. There was no ray of sunlight, and every day felt the same. Like a black swamp that went on forever. It would have probably been the end of Grunwa, if not for that one servant. A doe she was. To this day, Grunwa knows her name not.
A brittle-boned doe helped him.
At first, she only brought him food every other day. But after a while, she came more often. It is shameful to admit these feelings for our Brittlebone, but Grunwa was so grateful to her. He wanted to thank her, but he could not, because he had not even learned to speak. So she taught him with scratching and pointing.
Scratching and pointing. That was enough for Grunwar to learn so much.
Well, the chieftain must remember that Grunwar was in that dungeon for a very long time. It was... That is another painful, long story. And one Grunwar would rather not share right now. He hopes the chieftain understands.
All right. Akrog understands. Akrog has been wondering about this a lot.
That is a difficult question. Grunwa is not certain they ever truly decided it. When two trolls go through enough together, something like that simply happens.
That is not quite true, is it? One must still decide to form the bond of trust.
One must ask the question, and the other must agree it is true. But the kinship and the trust, that grows on its own.
So Grunwar and...
Oh, far too much. Even the greatest warrior needs the support of an elder to mend his wounds.
Akrog understands that depending on each other in a battle can form that kind of bond. But is the trust still there after the battle?
Well, certainly not for everyone. But for Grunwa and Nerbok it was, it is true. The more time they spent with each other, the more they realized that it was not only in battle where they enhanced each other so well. Nerbok is fierce, when Grunwa is sometimes too reluctant. And Grunwa is calm, when Nerbok is sometimes too hot-headed. Come to think of it, it is not too different from Zaska and Akrog.
That is true. When was the first time Grungwar and Nurbok fought together? Can Grungwar remember?
Oh, he can. It is hundreds of moons ago, but the images are still there, clear in Grungwar's mind. A pack of greenskins ambushed the Moonkin while they were feasting in Magwazana. Taken by surprise, the warriors were slow to react. But not Nerbok. His crush stick was in his hand as soon as the greenskins attacked.
So the greenskins snuck past the eyes?
No. They killed them. Every single one. It was a well-planned attack, and even though the old Eye Master at the time did everything right, the greenskins were simply too quick and too cunning. Akrog's sire, Narjak, was away on a hunt, and that is probably why they picked that night. Looking back, Grungwar realizes that battle might have well been the end of the Moonkin, if not for Nerbok. He fought back the first pack of the greenskins, and when they retreated, he ran after them.
Alone?
Alone. It was reckless and bold, that even with his strength and skill, Grungwar knew Nerbok would not survive. So he followed them, even though the kin all urged him to stay back.
And they won. They killed all those greenskins by themselves.
Ha! Not even Narjak could have done that. No, they killed not all of them. But Nerbok's crush stick and Grungwar's totems bought the rest of the tribe time to prepare. The other warriors joined in, and the greenskins fled. After the battle, Grungwar and Nerbok always stayed together in a fight. There was not even anything ceremonial about it. They just did, because it felt right. Alone, they were one great warrior and one powerful elder. Together, they were unstoppable. Listen to old Grungwar ramble on. That comes with age, he supposes. One prefers to dwell in the days when the hide was less thin and the tusks less brittle.
Akrog?
No, it was Nerbok.
He lost his son?
Oh, it is every for Neb. He tried his best.
What said he?
Many things, and that was it. Gladly.
Akrog never...
But he...
Akrog believed...
Perhaps the chieftain...
Well, it is...
No.
Of course.
Well then, let them get this...
Grungwar was...
Shocking.
They took them...
They killed Grungwar's sire, and one of the...
So... he was a slave.
The other eye, Maka, was made one. And Grungwar never saw her again. Grungwar, on the other hand, was given to some dark elf chieftain, an Archon, as they call them.
And...
Far, but that is it.
A brittle-boned doe.
It felt...
Scratching and pointing.
Well, the chieftain, it was... That is another painful, long story. And one Grungwar would rather not... No.
All right. Akrog was... Well, he...
Almost.
What is that supposed...
Well, and it is not all... And while he was...
And then...
It is true. Grungwar knows Akrog has worked hard and bled a lot for...
Even if that is true, it is foolish for Nurbok to hate Akrog because of it. Akrog wanted not to become chieftain. Narjak chose him.
Very true. And Grungwar said none of this to excuse Nerbok's behavior. Nerbok will come around, chieftain. There is nothing he treasures more than the tribe. And the moment he realizes Akrog feels the same, he will learn to respect Akrog. Grungwar can feel it.
That is it for now. Akrog must go.
Of course, duty awaits. What can he do for the tribe?